Hey, Brooklyn Squad. Hello, hello. Grrr. How's everybody doing? How you know if you're still in the building? Let me see. You was here at 8:38, so I don't know. You might not be here yet. Arctic Fox, you was here at 8:49. Kathy B is here. Hi, Kathy B. Hey, babe. Oh, Arctic Fox was here at 9:01. He still might be here. Hey, y'all. How are y'all doing? How's everybody? I'm gonna wait just for a few minutes. Cause y'all be waiting on me when my behind be changing times and everything. There you hi Arctic Fox. Hey babe. Oh, I don't know why we are there. Well, I did have a long day today. I did have a very long day. We got back like 6:30. So but it's all good. It's all good. I do have something that I want to tell y'all. Some funny news that I want to tell y'all before we get to the sad news. Sometimes you need a upper thing. You need some funny news. Excuse me. Let me just hold on. Okay. Been a day and a half for me, and tomorrow is gonna be too. Oh, you too, Artie Fox. What are you doing tomorrow? Work. I know. But I don't know why I keep thinking today's Friday. I'm not used to Dave being off tomorrow. He's off tomorrow. I'm not used to that. So I'm thinking today is Friday. I don't know, I'm bugging. But so let me tell y'all something funny. So as we're in the car today, right? As we're in the car today and Dave got a picture, someone gave him a picture, right? When he was a little boy. Oh, mama's going to the beauty shop. Oh, she just got her hair done too, right? Not too long ago. Well, okay, mom. Getting her hair done. What is this? Every weekend now? Mm. Okay, stay so fresh and so fresh and so fresh. Grrrm. I know that's right. And you have a car show to go to, mister. Remember? She gets it done every week, okay? I know that's right. Shit. Keep up with the do, baby. I wish I could. Ugh. And you going to your car show this week? Get some time for yourself too, boo. Mm. So let me tell y'all something funny before we just do the story. I hope I still got my thing now. Okay, it's there. So Dave, right? He shows me his friend from Brooklyn or whatever happens to have a picture of Dave when he was a little boy, right? When he was a little boy. I don't know, he probably was like 8 years old or something like that. So Dave is not good with cell phones and sending pictures and all that other stuff. So he was like, baby, can you send my family this picture of me while he was driving. So I'm over here looking at something else on my phone, right? Because my mind is somewhere else. But I'm doing what he said, and I'm sending a picture and everything, right? When we get back home, right? After we doing putting the stuff away and settling in and everything, he looks at his phone and he go, "Sweet Pea," because he calls me Sweet Pea. "Sweet Pea, why did you send my picture to the cops?" I said, "What the hell are you talking about?" I'm looking at him, I'm cutting up my watermelon, and he's like, "Look." And I sure did. I said, "Oh, I I'm sorry." I couldn't stop laughing. I said, "Amber alert your ass, Amber alert, Amber alert." He said, "They supposed to send you pictures, not you sending them." Oh, that's funny. I almost peed on my boxers. I would say pants, but on my boxers laughing at that. I could not, because when he said it, I was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm cutting up the watermelon. And I looked and I sure did. That shit was so funny. I said, "I gotta tell y'all about that. That shit was hilarious." I don't know how I did that. I don't know, because it's just a day today, after physical therapy, I had to go to ShopRite, and that's when he had the nerve to ask me to do it. And I thought, man, listen, they gonna Amber Alert his ass now. He said, "Now they gonna be looking for me when I was a little boy." He looked so cute as a little boy. I thought that shit was hilarious. I thought that was the most funniest thing ever, y'all. I'm telling you. I could not stop laughing. I could not. But not everybody laughing. Not everybody's laughing. Because there's a mother who lost her 11 years old son, right? So I know she ain't laughing, she's grieving. And that's the case we're going to get into next. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get my phone. But that was funny, y'all. I'm sorry. That shit was hilarious. Oh, hold on. I hope everybody is having a good Friday. Oh, look, Thursday. Let me get into it because I got a live right after this. Shoot. 11 years old, unalive while protecting his pregnant mother. Shoot. Jayden Perkins from Chicago was killed while protecting his mother who was pregnant. On Wednesday, about 8 a.m., the mother was getting ready, you know, to take her kids to school. And 37 years old Crosetti Brand, who is the woman's ex-boyfriend who just came out of prison, went up in her house and began to force his way inside. Now, this woman is 8 months pregnant. Okay? First of all, these men are something else, boy. If a woman don't want you, like, what are you doing there anyway? Ugh. She's 8 months pregnant, okay? He go up in her crib, violating her, violating her space. So her 11 years old son tries to protect her, and he gets stabbed to death. I believe it was a knife wound, but we're gonna see what the news says. But The person who asked me to put this case up was Barbara, the other Barbara, not Barbara Hoare, not Timmy's mom, but Barbara Russian. She asked me if I could please do this case. So here I am, Barbara Russian. Yes, yes. Poor little boy, man. Protecting his mother, Kathy. Yes, girl. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull this up. I wonder how it go like that so fast. I just had it. Okay, there we go. Oh, let's look at the oh well, we could look at this one first. You know what? Oh, let's look at this.
One of the saddest stories you ever hear. A child is defending, trying to save his own mother, and dies in the process. Put up these pictures for a mass. 11 years of age, a hero. According to police and local reports, 37-year-old Crosetti Brand on the left is now facing charges including first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, armed robbery, home invasion, domestic battery for fatally stabbing 11-year-old Jayden Perkins on the right, and also injuring the child's 33-year-old pregnant mother, Lateria Smith, at their Chicago home on March 13th. Mr. Brand, who had a history of domestic violence, and Smith had a relationship 15 years ago with Mr. Brand. Mr. Brand was released from a Chicago area prison one day prior to this attack. According to the reports, when police arrived at the 5900 block of North Ravenswood Avenue at about 8 a.m., they discovered Perkins with an injury to his chest, and Smith, who was 8 months pregnant, was cut several times, including her neck. Officials said that Brand barged into the home while the mother was getting ready to take her two sons to school. Smith and Perkins were transported to a local hospital where Perkins was pronounced deceased. Sadly, the 33-year-old mother's 5-year-old son witnessed this gruesome stabbing as well.
Wow.
He was not injured during the incident, but Chicago Police Superintendent Larry Snelling expressed worry for the young child's mental health and well-being. Quote, "We have to imagine what that 5-year-old is going to have to deal with for the rest of his life after witnessing something so brutal," end quote. Brand, a convicted felon, was let out of Stateville Correctional Center last Tuesday, March 12th, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. He was initially sentenced to 16 years, serving just over 8 for home invasion and aggravated domestic battery for a separate incident with another woman, and reportedly was released on parole last fall. His recent release comes after Brand was taken into custody in February on a parole violation charge where he was accused of harassing Smith, who had recently reached out to authorities for protection, the newspaper reported. After Brand allegedly texted her, threatening her, and showed up at her doorstep and tried to forcibly enter on February 1st, the woman immediately contacted the police, who told her to get a protection order. Smith requested an emergency order, which a judge denied because Brand was behind bars. He was behind bars at the time. Now remember, there's no final adjudication, which means the judge understood he could come out of jail at any time. So him being behind bars at the time should not have dissuaded an actual ruling here in the favor of the woman. With millions watching, and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable. We just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. According to the outlet, officials now claim that she had a lifetime protection in place stemming from a 2009 incident, which raised questions for advocates who want to know why Brand wasn't charged with violating that order. Because if he was charged with violating the 2009 order that was affixed in perpetuity, he would have still been in jail likely and not able to get out, okay? Also unresolved is the question of why Brand was paroled again last week despite evidence that he violated the terms of his parole in February. The Sun-Times reports that the Illinois Prisoner Review Board addressed this issue with a statement that read in part, quote, a hearing determined the alleged violations did not meet the preponderance of the evidence standard. Per People, Perkins had a passion for performing in theater, and he had the lead role in multiple school plays, including Finding Nemo. Meanwhile, a fundraiser was created by Jayden School to help his family. And on March 19th, it reportedly had collected over $120,000. The fundraiser described Perkins as an exceptional young man who loved spending time with his friends, playing sports and performing. His infectious laughter and kind heart touched the lives of everyone he met. Per Block Club Chicago, Jayden's mom and unborn sibling are out of the hospital and they are recovering. Not only was he an amazing young man, he was also heroic. He died battling, fighting to save his mother, and probably did. Now, I want to say this, there are a lot of failures here. So to the individual who did this crime, he is where he should be, which is in prison. That is my humble opinion.
He should have never been let out of prison in the beginning, but when he violated that police order the first time, he should have been arrested. And even though he was in prison, they still should have gave her a order police protection. Come on, Artie Fox. Yes.
Why was this piece of shit out on the street?
Share that shit.
And what in the world type of drugs was that judge smoking to deny the protection order? He shouldn't even be a judge anymore. He needs to be disbarred immediately.
He sure does. I would sue the hell out of y'all. Know why my favorite thing is sue. I would sue the hell out of these motherfuckers.
That family, that's what they should be doing. That poor baby would still be alive if it wasn't for the freaking judge not issuing that protective order.
Wow. Or because he's in jail and the motherfucker could come out as he did. Unbelievable. This is in their hands.
I mean, it's like the guy said. I mean, he should have not ever been let out of jail because he had already violated the 2009 order that was in place.
Right. This is crazy. Wow. Yeah, the judge should definitely be disbarred. Yeah, Kathy? Hell yeah. Wow. Poor baby, man. He's a hero to me. God defended his mother. And that monster comes to her house, to her property, starting some mess. And she was 8 months pregnant. She is 8 months pregnant at the time. That's some foul shit, man. Let me see what else these people got.
But see, cause and effect. I wish we would get this part. He was in prison for 16 years. That's a controlled environment. I want you to just imagine a world, just for a second. Let's forget about the politics. I'm not pushing some kind of far out agenda. I just want you to think about this. If we lived in a world where we really dedicated our resources to the dogmatic art of rehabilitation, of making sure re-entry was seamless, of connecting individuals to opportunities inside rather than to despair outside. I'm making no excuse for what he did. He's where he belongs. But I want you to think about cause and effect. Opportunity matters. It does. And I'm not saying it would have changed this situation, but I guarantee you it will change some. What is the biggest deterrent to recidivism? What keeps more people out of jail than anything else? Some people will say a made-up mind to not go back. That's a lie based on the data. The biggest deterrent to recidivism is a damn job. That's it. A skill and work. And I want you to also look at the judicial system here. How does a judge deny a routine? This is a routine request. And it's such a unique request that is one of the few things you can go to a judge for without the necessity of the opposing party. You don't need the opposite party present for one of these kinds of hearings. Why? Because the judiciary looked at this many, many years ago and said, based on good public policy, we have to be able to move in a way that will disallow, at least in this instance, the requirement of the accused to be present during the adjudication of a temporary restraining order. And the judge did not utilize the simple, yes, I will agree, we will allow the temporary restraining order. And then thirdly, there was already a restraining order, a protective order from 2009 that would have, under normative circumstances, stopped his ability to get out and do what he did. And not only was it not enforced, they're saying, oh, well, it didn't really meet the standard here. What? How in the hell does this not meet the standard? All right, Mayor Mundell, you as a policy expert yourself, a studier of these things in a significant way, you see so many of the failures that took place here, point by point. Illuminate them for us.
Yeah, I mean, I literally was thinking about what I was going to say, and then you started talking, and I was like, that brother need a show by himself. Because I mean, in all seriousness, like it absolutely was a reoccurrence of failure.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot we was all watching the commercials
on policy and people. One, we talk about this idea that someone can be housed in a situation that people tend to forget that our incarceration process is about rehabilitating. And we can't say that it does that. I mean, we actually have to say that it fails epically at doing that if we look at the recidivism rate and also all of the hurdles it creates for people to ever move back into a normal life or life before prison systems. And other countries don't have that problem. So there is that failure on institutional level, but then there's also the individual failure where we see someone that is so cold that they would enact or behave in such a behavior. So that does exist, but we are obligated to talk about not just individuals. Like even the writing of this article is absolutely disgusting. There was a study from the University of Florida that said calling people felons. Because people can't be felons. Felonies are actions. So like we heard this in the article, calling people felons helps or aids in the actual the recidivism rate and being higher than what it should be. So we know just even the way we refer to people and how we otherize people have a role in where people wind up and find themselves. So the system failed these people. It definitely failed these children who watched and were part of this horrible situation, and that mother. But then there's also another failure that is America's prison system. And since we've had a war on crime, our crime population has exploded, which tells you about that.
Kathy B said, what happened to the rehabilitation? Shaking my damn head.
Well, the thing of it is, and I agree, there needs to be rehabilitation for certain prisoners, but these violent offenders like this guy, they can't generally be rehabilitated. I mean, this guy shouldn't have ever been let out to need to have rehabilitation in the first place. But there are offenders out there that are doing time and they're labeled felons and they have a hard time getting jobs when they get out. And, these people that commit financial crimes, they're felonies, they're labeled a felon, they can't go out and get another job, or the drug offenses because they got popped for having too much weed in their car and they're labeled a felon. And they, I believe in rehabilitation in those cases because they can go out. They shouldn't be labeled a felon for the rest of their life. They should be able to go out and get another job. They should be able to get their right to vote back after they prove themselves. But some of these cases, like this particular case, I don't think there was ever any redemption for this particular guy.
Yeah. And you know what I was thinking when they said multiple, cuts? He went in there to kill on the line.
Yeah.
It's not like if it was he cut him by mistake, like when he was struggling or something. Those were multiple cuts on this kid. Slices. Shame. 5 years old baby standing there had to watch this. Oh boy, I tell you, boy. He was a danger to society based on his past. This is a failure with the system. Always is. Yep.
Absolutely it is. Yeah.
Yep. Happens all the time. Mm-mm-mm. Oops. Okay. Let's see.
That's right. Very well said. And I concur wholeheartedly. And things like Ban the Box, which are initiatives that both you and I, dear brother, have been a part of, it seeks to eliminate this fictional stigma as it relates to being able to work. An individual, a man or woman, has paid their dues. They are working in a job that requires a particular skill set that they have. I understand the nuances of if there's a crime that involved a child, you can't have them as a school teacher. I get that completely. But we don't look at it in a nuanced way, and we act as if, well, we didn't know that these things could adversely impact communities. Yeah, people have to work. That's the reality of it. And skills are part of that success. All right. Hearts and prayers.
For sure.
One of the saddest stories.
Sorry, y'all. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. That's a shame. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. Did y'all see the news report on the case?
No, I didn't see the news report on it. This is the first I'm hearing of this one.
Oh, really? Okay, hold on. Let me see something. This happened not too long ago, if I'm mistaken. I want to say a week, or probably a little bit more. No, a little bit more. Probably a few weeks now. Probably 2 weeks.
These are those rhombohedron crystals in your pineal gland. When those crystals become electrically activated.
Thank you, headquarters, with details.
Dina and Joel, there was a press conference here moments ago that just wrapped up, and the superintendent, along with Kim Fox and the 40th Ward alderman, were all here, and over again, they kept describing how this was a tragic event that happened just a few days ago. Now, this deadly attack happened on Wednesday, and police say that it was domestic related. Now, according to CPD, 37-year-old Crosetti Brand was taken into custody the same day of the attack. He is facing first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder charges, along with other felonies. Police say Brand has an extensive criminal record, including home invasion and a history of domestic violence. Police say he was released a day before Wednesday's attack and was out on parole. The state's attorney says a 33-year-old woman was in a previous relationship with Brand years ago and had an active order of protection in place. Now, on Wednesday at around 8 in the morning, officers were dispatched to the Peterson Plaza apartments near Peterson and Ravenswood Avenues in the Edgewater neighborhood. Police found 11-year-old Jayden Perkins with multiple stab wounds to his chest, and his 33-year-old pregnant mom sustained multiple stab wounds to the body. They were both taken to the hospital, but Jayden did not survive. Now, Jayden attended Pierce Elementary School, and last night, classmates, loved ones, and friends gathered at a vigil to remember him as a talented student who loved dancing and acting. The 40th Ward alderman describes the type of person the young boy was, even in the moments leading up to his death.
Cherish.
Jayden, in a moment, trying to get to school, right? The door opens up and he does what anyone would do if you see your family in danger. He tries to defend his mother.
Mm.
He was a victim of this kind of attack.
Massive violence.
Police say that there was also another child, a 5-year-old, that witnessed this brutal and deadly attack. They said that he is okay and he was not injured. And they also say that considering the circumstances, the 33-year-old pregnant woman remains at St. Francis Hospital and has been stabilized. We're live outside CPT headquarters. Andrea Medina, WGN News.
All right, thank you, Andrea. If you're in crisis, you can reach the National Domestic Violence Hotline by calling 800-799-7233.
Wow. Domestic violence, boy. I tell you. That's the part I was gonna say. She was in a domestic violence relationship with him years ago, and probably was hectic too. He gets locked up, comes out. She probably then moved on with her life, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, man, they can't take no. They can't take I moved on. You know, I don't want to be with you. I moved on with my life. And why are you at her house? She is order police protection. Why are you there? You're on parole. And his dumb behind just got out too. Now you can spend the rest of your life in prison. He should have never been out in the first place.
Exactly.
And this is the problem we got. I remember a while back talking about this when they first started. This is like 2 years now. This is when when I was doing the Jelani Day case. And I remember when they were saying how the prison system, they was going to be letting a lot of offenders out because of the prison system was, they couldn't hold everybody or not hold everybody, but it was something they were saying. I don't know if you remember that article, Fox, but it was a lot of,
There's been overcrowding in the prisons for a long time, and they've let a lot of violent offenders out early because of the overcrowding issues. And again, it's a failure of the system because what happens is they get out and they commit violent offenses right on again. So it didn't do any good to let them out just so that they could go out and cost someone else their life.
right, exactly. So it was that went on. I knew it was something because it was something like that because I was pissed as hell. I remember being on here. That's when I was new on YouTube doing the crime. And I was like, how the hell are they letting these felonies and murders come out so they could just do it again? What they think they're supposed to be just sanctified? Holy Spirit, okay, God, I won't unalive another person again, or I won't another child again. Look, this prison system is messed up, man. It's messed up. It really, really is. That's some foul shit. You got a monster right back in the street.
Well, what makes me
You just
so
gonna go
angry
right
about
back.
it What makes me so angry about it is they'll sit there and let these violent offenders out, but yet someone that had a couple of ounces of weed in their car, they'll keep locked up for the rest of their lives.
Ain't
And
that
it's
crazy?
absolutely ridiculous.
Ain't that crazy? That is crazy. Lock me up because I got a little joint or a few ounces of weed, but the person that just took a child's life, he'll be out on parole. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. Unbelievable. Poor baby. That boy was defending his mother. Defending his mother, who was 8
And his
months
unborn sibling. I mean,
and
that's
his
the sad
unborn
part about
sibling.
it.
Right? Yup. And yeah, I did put that in my description. And his unborn sibling. Yeah. And his 5 years old sibling. because there was a 5 years old a baby there too. They
Yeah, that
said,
5-year-old witnessed everything. They're going to need a lot of therapy.
yeah, a lot of therapy, man. Oh my goodness, I can't. I just can't imagine. Oh, I wonder if they even, because when Fender gets out of prison, they're supposed to call you. You're supposed to get that phone call. I never got the phone call. I was supposed to get a phone call. They never called me. But they are supposed to call you and let you know that that person has just been released. I wonder if they even did that. Probably not.
There's
Probably
no
not.
telling. No telling.
You got to do like a thing on the online if you want to get that done though. But yeah, when the creep for me, they never called me. They don't keep up. They don't know. Yeah. I never found out that the monster was getting out of prison. You know what was so crazy? I woke up that day and felt unsettled and paranoid.
I mean, they're supposed to let you know whenever a registered offender moves into your neighborhood, too. But I'll tell you what, I've been in the same house for almost 40 years since I was 8 years old. And I think I've gotten 2 notifications in that time that someone was moving into the neighborhood.
Maybe you got a good neighborhood. No, I'm just joking. I never get no notification over here, so I don't know who the hell in my damn neighborhood. I don't get crap. I got a quiet, nice neighborhood. I don't hear nothing over here anyway. But I'm pretty sure we got some S offenders around. And
Well,
we don't get none of that. You know what I mean? And you're supposed to. We
yeah.
could look it up and stuff, but you're really they're supposed to give you a notice. You know, God forbid if you send your child to that school, or that an offender is living nearby your child's school, or the park is right there and he's living there. You take your child to the park. Like, come on, they got to do better, man. This is crazy. They could care less. That's the problem. They really do. But let it happen to one of their damn kids. The judge's
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
These kids. Huh? What you
I
said,
mean, it's a
Article?
failure. I said it's a failure of the system, and it's not just in cases like this. I mean, it goes right back to a bunch of other child cases where the children are removed from a violent environment by CPS, and the problem with CPS is they're so dead set on trying to reunify that child. So they get placed with loving foster care parents. And then, they get the rug pulled right out from underneath them because CPS reunites them with the parents that had been abusing them the entire time. So, I mean, it's a no-win situation, it seems like. They're letting violent offenders out. They're reuniting kids with the people that tortured them their whole lives. I mean,
Mm.
every time. It's why we have so many cases like Harmony Montgomery and so many of the other cases where children were removed and then reunited with the parents and then they end up dead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That poor Harmony Montgomery. Whoa. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. And the mother just went and got stepmother, whatever you want to call her. Um, she just got her parole. Her
Well,
parole
I
thing.
think I think I think Kayla had been working with the authorities and turned state's evidence on Adam, and that's why she got her next to nothing happened to
Mm,
her.
mm. Wait, I'm talking about the same case, right?
Yeah,
Adam?
Adam Adam
Adam
Montgomery,
Montgomery.
Harmony
Yeah.
Montgomery's dad,
Yes.
and
Okay.
the stepmother was Kayla Montgomery.
Right. Because there was another case too. It's a shame. It's too many. No, man. They just unaliving these babies like,
They don't care.
oh man. It's a shame
Or
when you
you have
can't. He bumped
Or you
with the
have
full
situations
face.
like what we were talking about last night with the 8 passenger situation where CPS gets called multiple times and then they don't do anything to protect the child in the first place. So.
Did you see what happened on the internet today? Oh, did you? Oh, you didn't. Go ahead, tell them, Cherish.
Say that again, love.
Tell him what happened today.
Oh,
Well, y'all want to wait to 10 because we're going live at 10 o'clock with that.
yeah, let's wait until 10.
Yeah, let's wait till 10 o'clock. It's almost 10. Yeah, this is gonna really. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna need you up here, Arden Fox, if you got time.
Zariah. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
I don't
Have
know
you
they
heard
gonna
about
feel.
that case, Arctic Fox?
I've read a little bit on it.
Unbelievable.
It's going
Unbelievable.
all around.
Yeah, she
These
just found out
people,
yesterday.
the mother.
Yep.
Mm-mm. I was in physical therapy when Cherish brought it to my attention. I
Mm.
was like, what? Wait a minute, let me read this again.
Yeah.
I was bugging out or something. Like, hold up. Wow. Mm. Well, how you doing, Mama?
All is well.
Yeah.
I don't know. That poor baby, he didn't deserve that. And that's another reason why we got to make sure the kid's not answering the door either when they don't need to be. Because you
Mm.
never know who's on the other side of that door. I get
Exactly.
mortified when my kids even think about, I'm like, if I'm not expecting somebody or if it's not a dasher or something like that, I'm like, if I hear somebody knocking, I'm like, you already know, don't go to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Because you
Yeah.
never know. I mean, and
Yeah.
I'm not blaming the mom at all. It's just so tragic though.
Yeah. That's a good point to bring up too. That's funny you said that because I was watching somebody's live. Well, she wasn't on live, so it was like a recording or whatever, a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And she was showing, what she had bought from the grocery store, whatever the case was. And all of a sudden, she just froze and started bugging out. She was like, "What the hell?" It was a little dog, right, that
Oh,
had creeped into her house, right? But the
hilarious.
fact that the door was open, her daughter left the door open,
Wow.
Mm.
and they live in the Brooklyn in the projects.
Wow.
Yeah, and her little daughter is like not, and her mother was flipping out, and she's just like, "What the hell? Why would you leave the door open? This and that." And the daughter's just like nothing, like it's no big deal. She's like, "Oh, it's just a little doggy, mom."
What if it
She's
was a big
like,
dog when it came in there and towed her little legs up?
right, you know what I mean, like, or it could have been even worse, you
Yeah.
know. She was just like nothing, like and the person came inside and got their dog and stuff like that, but
Uh-oh. It
it's like,
happens. It happens sometimes, And
but
especially
leaving,
with kids that young, you got to pay attention to them consistently because they will sneak off. They'll do stuff sheerly out of curiosity. And then before you know it, they bleeding.
she was, I think her daughter is around 12, probably
Mm.
something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, she's
Listen,
in
even
that.
more so. Preteen and teens, you
Yeah, yeah.
like
But
a
she
hawk.
was like, she was bugging. But she couldn't even finish the video. She stopped it. I
Uh-oh.
said, "Well, I really wanted to know what she got from the grocery store, but
I'll let you go. We'll talk about it later.
that what happened." Yeah, she's she was really tripping because you got to listen like me. Like we make sure the door is locked. Like I don't like. I think Dave is more paranoid, not paranoid, but more on it than me. Like I always make sure the doors are locked and stuff. Because in my building, right, where I live at, it's only us up here and one lady downstairs. That's it. Because we live in a complex, so it's only her downstairs and us upstairs. That's it. So Dave is always like, if maintenance comes or something, he's always like, make sure the door is locked downstairs. Make sure the door is locked downstairs. And stuff like that. So But I'm glad we live in a building where it's just like that,
Yeah.
you know, because you got to be safe, man. You got to be on alert also.
At all times, definitely.
Yeah. No matter what. Like today, I was at the shopping store, right, after physical therapy, and I don't know, like I don't like people walking in back of me. I have a problem with that. And I know it's a shopping mall. Everybody's gonna be bumping and stuff. But if you're walking like really directly on top of back of me,
Yeah.
I'll just stop and be like, "Go ahead, you can go,"
Yeah.
because I, especially working on these cases that we be doing,
Yeah.
I'm really alert.
Yeah.
You
There
know.
was a situation. My mom, I was about 17 at this time. She was working early morning. She's a chef at the hospital. And she got in the van. It was like 4:30 in the morning. And we were, getting up, getting ready for school and stuff. She was leaving on her way out. And she went to her van and got in. And maybe like 30 seconds later, you could hear her screaming. So we heard her inside of the house, and me and my brother like run outside, and she has this thing. My mom's old school. There's always something in her car in arm's reach, and she kept this big, thick, heavy metal pipe. It was like a little piece of it, tucked on the
Uh-oh.
side. And like we run outside, and she's wielding this thing all around. Get out of my car! Get out of my car! It was a guy in there. And she saw him before he noticed that she had gotten in. Um, and she called the police and everything. But what
God.
happened was it was cold, it was snowing, and he had gotten in the car because it was unlocked and was asleep inside of the vehicle in the back in the third row seat.
That would
You
have
know?
scared. Oh,
Yeah. She was like, yeah, I was ready to jack him up. Like,
That's right.
but yeah, homeless guy, and you never know
Right.
what could have happened in that situation. His intentions probably was not to do anything, but you never know. People switch
You
up.
never know. Did she not know her door was? She forgot her. She thought
Her
her
door
door was
was
closed.
unlocked. No, she forgot to lock the car.
She
She
forgot to
forgot to
lock
lock
the
the car,
door.
but it was a drive-through. I don't think she thought anybody would walk up in the drive-through in front of the house and try to, mess with the
Right.
car, get in it or anything. We lived
Holy
in a very
God.
nice area in the
That is
mountains, so
scary.
but that didn't matter. Somebody still got in there, honey, and yeah, it happens.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, and I'm guilty. I very rarely ever lock my car, and so I mean, I'm just asking for. Well, I mean, I just don't. It's so. I don't know why I don't. I just don't. Half the time I'm driving my convertible and I leave the top down and everything. So
All the fox like, yeah, I wish you would, mother, come up in here. I wish
You
y'all
gotta be
would.
ready. You gotta be ready, honey.
Yeah, like I got something. Yeah, I wish y'all would.
Yeah, I mean, but we grew up like that too. When we were younger, we lived in the projects and stuff like that. So we had switchblades and razor blades, and we always had something on us.
No, that's right. I used to keep remember the gens
it's
back
just
in the
like
day? The little gens?
it's like
Yep.
these
We used to keep them
carjacking.
in
Yeah,
our mouth.
as well.
Yep.
It's like it's
Huh?
like these carjackings that happen. I don't understand that because let some motherfucker try to take my Mustang. I'll run
See?
your ass over and not think twice about it.
Okay.
Told you. I
So, and listen,
wish
my
you
weapon bigger than
would.
yours. Be
I
like
wish a
drifting.
mother. I wish a motherfucker would come up in here if
There
you want
it is.
to. Come
It's
up and
so
try to
true,
jack
though.
my shit, nigga. Try to
It's
jack
so
it.
true. Because people, they do the most, honey.
Shit, they stay making sure the car is locked. And then when he come upstairs, he be like, "Sweet Pea, did I lock the car?" I'm like, "Man, just do it again. Just make sure." Shit, I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Because you can hear the you know what I mean? When you hit the thing, he be on it though too. Did I like the car? I like the car, right? Did I like it? Yeah, but We gonna come at 10 o'clock, y'all, and talk about this baby.
Yeah.
It's not in the news or nothing because it just happened. Well, I don't know if it's in the news. So, like,
I think it's going to be hitting the news pretty quick here, because what I was seeing today in the mom's comments was that people were tagging the news stations, and one of the news stations said, "Hey, this is a reporter from this station. I want to talk to you." She also did a stream with a podcaster in the city there.
oh, she did.
Yeah,
Good
today.
for
So
her.
she's definitely going to be talking about it with a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
should hear.
people.
We could hear that. Where? What? Well,
Let me see.
let me see.
Let me go ahead and find it real quick for you.
She accepted my friend request.
I think I did send it to you. I did.
You did?
For the guy. Hold on, let me find this page. Because I could have swore I had sent it to you. I did you see that too? I found the baby's dad's missing poster.
Baby dad missing too. What is going on?
Yeah. Yeah, he just went missing. So like I said, I'm gonna stay sticking to what I said, about him and his situation, because at the end of the day, where were you at when this girl had pawned your baby off? Send it messenger.
Oh shoot, where she? Well, damn, that shit just popped right up.
I just sent it to you. Talks with 2K. That's what it's
Talks
called.
with. What is the name of it? That sounds
2K.
familiar. She sound familiar.
It's Talks with 2K. It's on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I just sent you the
You sent it
link.
to me. All right, thank you, Mama.
I sure did.
Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna see y'all in a few minutes. Okay.
What time you got over there?
9:56.
Okay. So I'll just stay on here until I see you go live again.
Oh.
You
All right.
said it.
See y'all in
Again.
a few.
Talking about 4 minutes? Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let me see. You so funny, Mama. Yeah, she not on here.
Did you see it?
Trying to see if somebody else was talking about it too on YouTube or something.
She did a
But I
TikTok
sent.
today too. Let me send you that.
But
Hold
we
on.
can look at that too.
Yep, because she said she was going to be talking about it. Oh, he got it on here. Talks with. Oh, she says she's
On
breaking her
Facebook?
silence. It's on. It's posted on there too.
All right, hold on. Wait,
Let me
damn.
see, because she said that she was going to have some stuff on TikTok. So I'm gonna send you her TikTok tag so you can pull it up
Thanks,
over
babe.
there.
I sent her a message and she accepted my friend request.
Yeah,
So
poor
let's
thing.
see what happens. And I sent her a prayer. My deepest sympathy,
But it's just so horrible. I don't understand how stuff like this happens.
I don't know, girl. But I hope
This is
that.
her tag. I just sent her tag for TikTok. So you'll type that in and it should pull up her video. But she said, I'm explaining on TikTok. Go view and share. She keep explaining herself, but she ain't telling the truth and the whole truth. And that's the problem I have.
All right. I'm going to end this live, y'all. And then we're going to come right back on anyway. So, okay?
All right.
All right. Okay, Mama.